point, was there unity in the squad behind the Welsh contingent watching the Euros last night?
Yeah, there was, yeah. Great result.
How are things over in Jersey? What can you tell us about how things are developing?
Yeah, unfortunately the weather's changed a little bit, so it's making us feel a little bit more at home with the rain. But no, it's a great setup, really. I wasn't here on the recce, so I'm seeing everything sort of firsthand. So it's a great setup at the rugby club out in Jersey, and we've had a great welcome, and here in the Radisson as well. So no, everything's good. So as much as we're in a bubble, I think having to travel to and from training on the bus is actually working for us, and the boys seem to be enjoying each other's company, getting through some hard work. So yeah, it's all positive.
How is bonding going? Who are the characters that are showing themselves?
I'm not going to single anybody out at the moment. I think everybody's mucking in together, and there's nobody shying away from any duties, both on and off the field. So that bedding down process has been made a lot easier. You've got to go through some hard work together. That's the essence of it, really. And everybody pulling their weight. So to a man, they're doing that. So I can't speak highly enough of everybody.
Given that hard work and those yet to join you with the other leagues to finish up, what are the focuses at this stage in training?
Yes, from myself personally, I've spoken with the coaches that were here 4 years ago, all the players that were here 4 years ago as well. So, I think the message across the board was to keep things pretty simple and low key, and keep adding things on as the tour's going on. We're moving at a nice pace. We're not standing still. So, there'll be a bit of catching up work to do with the boys who aren't here currently. But I think, when they do get here, I think we're not too far ahead of the game, really. So, slowly but surely, we're not standing still, we're making ground.
It's 19 years, I make it, since you were playing for Wales in South Africa. What memories do you have of that time?
I've got a lot of memories, to be honest with you. No, every time I've been to South Africa, I've really enjoyed the country. The nature, the way they approach the game, the physicality. I dare say the game's changed in those years. However, the essence of rugby is still there. Every facet is competitive, and they put a big onus on the set piece, contact area. So, from a forward point of view, the challenge has never been higher. Really, you know what you're going to be faced with, and if they stick true to their course with regards to keeping 6 forwards on the bench, as we saw during the World Cup, So, it's a challenge that you've got to rise up to, really, and from a forward perspective in particular, the world champions on their own patch is going to be a tough ask, but it's one that you've got to relish and test yourself against the best in the world.
Just a couple more from me. You take on the role from Graham Rowntree. You talked about speaking to those former coaches. What has he had to say to you about that role, looking after the big men?
Yeah, no, he's the one guy I missed. I was hoping to catch up with in the Munster game, but I didn't cross paths with him. But I've spoken to him previously, and obviously I caught up with Steve Borthwick as well. And the players. So, I'm just looking forward to getting everybody in camp and just embracing the challenge, really. So, yeah.
Finally from me, just one on the specifics. I mean, looking at things like the focus on tackle height in the past year, the need for clear-out accuracy, avoiding any head contact, how a moment's misjudgment can lead to cards of any colour, particularly then with being on tour as well. Is getting the detail right more important now than ever?
Yes, definitely. We've seen exactly what you said there with regards to how quickly a game can change. And it's 90% of them are just error of judgment, or when a player's getting fatigued, and the technique goes a little bit astray, a little bit awry. So, a lot of the hard work that we're doing currently is to make sure that those decisions that we make when we're under fatigue are the correct ones, that our technique stands up to it. Because in the heat of battle, it's really fine margins, isn't it? So, the more that we're playing under the rules, the interpretations, then the better we're going to get at doing it. So, I think everybody's aware of that and aware of, having the need to improve to make sure that we don't, leave the other 14 members of the team under pressure because of, a poor decision or, poor technique.
Lovely, thanks, Rob.
Thank you.
Hi, Rob. When you look at the forwards that you have to work with, how strong would you say they are as a group, and how much are they up to the task of taking on the Springboks and the type of South African forward threat you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, listen, it's a huge honour, isn't it? You're working with the best forwards across the British and Irish Isles. So they're a great bunch to work with so far. I've asked them to take on a little bit more ownership with regards to their roles, to provide that clarity, because the amount of experience within that playing group, within the forward pack, second to none, really. So it's bringing all that experience to the fore, and just making sure that there's clarity, so that we can move on without having to go back and double our workload, really. So, yeah, slowly and surely, but I'm really happy with where we are currently. As a group of forwards, yeah, great for me as a coach.
Sorry, was there anyone from the other nations that you're particularly looking forward to working with?
No, there's a number of names, really. Having coached against the majority of them, when I was there with the Welsh job, and obviously at Leinster, working with a few of the other ones, the Irish boys pretty closely. So it's great, really, to be, sort of on a day-to-day, session to session, getting into their minds, trying to see how they see the game, learning from them, trying to put into place some of the things that they're convinced work for them, etc. So, yes, as a coach, I just want to step in the way, really, and get in the way of their ability and of where they want to get to as a player in order to bring out the best in themselves. So, just trying to sort of channel all that, really, without going too far off, on any sort of tangent, so that you lose the group. That's how I see my role here, really, is to just make sure that whatever they bring to the table, that they can express themselves in the best way possible. So I'm going to try and keep out their way as much as I can.
Gaz, you're on mute, I think, mate. Still can't hear you, Gaz. Can we jump to Josh from ITV then initially, please, see if that works? Josh, are you on? Josh, can you hear us now?
Hello. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. So you're with Robin now.
Brilliant, thanks. So hi Robin, firstly then, you had a chance to explore the island yesterday. What sorts of things did you get up to?
I didn't stay up to the hotel. I had too much work on my plate, to be honest with you. I managed to slip out and jump in the sea for 5 minutes, and that was it.
How important is it for the players to get that sort of downtime and do some activities and help with that team bonding?
Oh, it's vital, isn't it? You've got to get the balance right. And the amount of work they're getting through over the last 2 days, on the Monday and the Tuesday, they needed a break, so... with all the monitoring that's going on, that's one of the things with having worked with this group before, really, with Bobby, with Prav, Obviously, Gats getting the balance right. There's no one better really who are mindful of looking after the players. You know, Gats has said time and time again, listen, you know, trust us as a medical team, as a coaching team, as a strength and conditioning team, that we won't push you too far. So it's getting that balance, and you know, those teams, having worked with them in the past, I've never experienced any team that can build that bond, that trust between the players better, really. So getting that balance of hard work, but knowing that, you know, the sessions aren't going to go too long, everything's being monitored, we're not going to push you too far. Having that trust, you know, amongst the players is vital, really. So yeah, listen, yesterday, I know they went off and did the various, whether it was golf or whether it was a beach day, whether it was exploring some tunnels or whatever. Yeah, that's vital, really, to keep everybody, you know, fresh mentally as well. Get out to the hotel. Yeah, as coaches, I wasn't as fortunate as that. Really, I had too much work to do. So each their own. You know, we'll have another couple of days off while we're here as well. So yeah, no, it was good for the players to get out.
How crucial is it that they can build that unity and togetherness now while they're on this training camp ahead of those big games later this summer?
Yeah, it's vital, isn't it, to build that cohesion up, build that understanding. So, yeah, you rightly say, you're going to be chasing your tail, really, if you don't get that work done now and bed a few things into the players. It'll be another challenge when the players that aren't here will join us, you know, whenever that will be. So hopefully the players that are here now will be able to, you know, bring those other players up to speed as and when they join the camp. So yeah, it's vital.
And just the final one from me. What have you made of the island so far and that Jersey welcome?
Oh, it's been great. The staff in the hotel here can't do enough for you. Like I said, we had Monday and Tuesday, and it was they were both hot days, so we managed to enjoy the weather and get through some hard graft. Yesterday stayed dry. Today really is the first time we've experienced some well, Scottish or Welsh or Irish weather. But it was good. You know, again, it was a matter of rolling up your sleeves and getting through with it. And the players responded great. So, no, I'm looking forward to the next week or so that we are here. Maybe I'll manage to get out to the hotel myself at some stage. But, you know, yeah, no, you know, it's great at the moment. We're here to work hard, really, and above anything else, because when you think about the schedule from here on, you know, from after the Japan game, we travel out to South Africa. You know, we're straight into a working week where we've got a game on the Saturday, and then it's Wednesday, Saturday. So it's pretty relentless. So the work that we do here and the sort of principles that we put in place, they've got to be pretty much nailed on by the time we leave here, because there's no time really to try and, you know, no time to waste, really, when you consider that schedule, and then we're straight into the three match series. So yeah, it's priority for me is hard work and getting that clarity in. Anyway.
Great, thanks very much.
Cheers, thank you.
Hi Robin, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
Lovely, thank you. Just quickly, you mentioned the World Cup semi-final earlier. From a forwards perspective, what did you learn from South Africa during that World Cup, given that was their last actual international currently?
Yeah, I mean, you know, that was the last time that they played, really. So you're looking back at their match against Japan, their match against Wales in the semi-final, England in the final. So, you know, they're a very hard, very physical team to break down. You know, so as a pack of forwards, you know, I'm just repeating myself, but it's going to be a big challenge for us, really. Set piece time. You know, we saw how effective they were and how big a part the scrum played in the final in the World Cup. they pretty much block off the middle to tail of the line out from an attacking point of view to win quality ball from there. Defensively, they're very strong, they're very organised. In attack, obviously, the maul played a part in winning them that last penalty against Wales in the semi-final. The challenge is there. It's clear to see to everybody. They carry 6 forwards on the bench. Whether they've come up with a different name for the bomb squad coming off with the front rows. That strength in depth. So the challenge is there. I think it's clear to see really from a physical point of view, from a forwards point of view in particular. So it's really nailing down those basics, making sure that we're 100% clear on what we're working towards.
Thank you, Owen.
Thank you.
Robin, David, how's it going?
Hi there.
I asked you Ronan Keller, just how's he settled in? It's obviously a strange situation in that he's not going with you, but he's in there for all the preparation. How's he done? What will this do for him as a player, his experience of being with the best of the best?
Yeah, I think he'll grow undoubtedly. There were some close calls. And Ronan's, that was a close one as well. So the conversation I had with Warren with regards to we knew we were only going to carry one hooker with Jamie and Luke not here. So as opposed to getting somebody else in here as a stand-in, it would have been wasted on somebody who's not on that standby list. So it gives Ronan an opportunity to make an impression on the other coaches. I'm familiar with working with Ronan from a Leinster point of view. I had no doubts that he could come here and really set a marker for himself. So it's a great opportunity for Ronan. And that's enabled us really to work as 2 packs. We're 14 forwards, but at least we can do a few setups, scrum setups against each other, against live opposition. So it's great from a team, from a squad, from a pack perspective to have that ability to go through that work. And then from Ronan's point of view, obviously it's great for him as well to have that experience, rub shoulders with the best of the British Isles, really. So it's going to grow him as an individual, and I'm sure that Ireland are looking to use him in these summer tests as well. So it works both ways, and you never know, he could join us at a later date as well.
Last one for me. Can I ask you, Jack Conan, what sort of player how have you found working with him over the last couple of years, and what sort of impact do you feel he can have on this tour in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think he's very effective as a ball carrier. He's got ability at the line out, which I think has grown and can be grown further. But it's a competitive nature of a back row, isn't it? You've got currently you've got Toby here. You've got Sam Simmons who's due to join us. And again, I think you'll grow. I think you'll learn off the best players in your own position. So from Jack's point of view, again, I think it's going to accelerate his development, both in the short and long term. He's going to learn from other players, learn from other coaches, benefit from being in the training environment, and that competitive nature, So everybody's got to be at the top of their game, haven't they? So, when we do sit down as coaches and we discuss selection, everybody's vying for those shirts at the end of the tour, and they've got to impress in training, make sure they learn their stuff. So any player in here currently, they're going to learn, they're going to benefit from the experience without doubt.
Hi Robin, just a quick one. Just looking at the pictures coming back from Jersey, I saw Lewis Rees-Zammit didn't seem to be kitted up for training on Tuesday, seemed to have a compression legging on. Can I just check on his fitness?
Yeah, he's trained fully today. It was a double day today, so he'd be good to go this afternoon again as well.
Oh, cheers.
Can we move into Welsh now, please, with Lauren picking us off? Thank you.
Hi Robin, I ddechrau, sydd mae'r paratoadau mynd, ni wedi gweld lluniau'r boys yn golffio, yn deifio, wel, yn ddangos fel bod nhw'n gwneud y mwyaf o'r amgylchedd mas yma.
Ie, ddoe gathen nhw rhywfaint o ryddhad o'r holl ymarfer maen nhw wedi gwneud. Dillun a dim awth. Nathon nhw weithio'n hynod o galed, dweud y gwir. A mi oedd y tywydd yn boeth hefyd, felly oedd hynna'n ychwanegu at dwyster y sesiynau a'r gofynion ohonyn nhw fel chwaraewyr. So oedden nhw'n heiddi rhywfaint o amser i ymlacio ddoe, ond mae heddiw, unwaith eto, nôl iddi. Dechrau gynnar bore yma ar y beics efo'r masgia altitude ymlaen. So maen nhw'n mynd trwy mynydd o waith, ffitrwydd a rygbi. Felly, mae'r hyn o bryd, mae pethau'n gweithio'n dda iawn.
A dwi'n cymryd geithon nhw cyfle i wylio'r pêl-drod neithwr a phob cenedl yn cefnogi Cymru?
Ie, dwi'n siŵr amdano phob cenedl, ond oedd y Cymru heb os. Felly, oedd pob efo gwein ar ei gwyneb bore yma, pa bydden nhw'n gweld ei gilydd yma tro cyntaf anyway.
Bydde lot o'r boes yn siŵr fod yn nabod Bale a Ramsey. Oeddi gweld Cymru y pêl-droedwyr yn cael llwyddiant yn cynyddu'r cyffro yn eich carfan chi?
Ydy, dwi'n teimlo bod, dwi'n teimlo gweld, yn wedi i ni fel Cymru, wch chi medru ymfalchio yn y ffaith bod nhw wedi gwneud cystal, a wedi chwarae ar eu perfformiad, wch chi, pen i gamp, o'n i gwrando ar y radio bore yma, oedden nhw'n trafod yn lle oedd y perfformiad yna'n sefyll yn yr perfformiad gorau erioed, wch chi, felly oedd o'n ail neu drydydd. Felly mae gweld hynna yn codi ysbryd rhywun fel, wedi ni fel Cymru, wch chi, felly, dwi'n gwybod bod Alban wedi colli, ond allai dim ond siarad o safbwynt ni fel Cymru, ddweud gwir, hynod falch ohonyn nhw a gobeithio gallwn ni, wch chi, fanteisio'r momentum na a'r feel-good factor na wrth mynd mewn i'r gêm gyntaf yn ymwneud Japan.
Robin, ti'n amlwg ar y daith fel hyfforddwr am y tro cynta. Oeddi gweld y boes, gweld y cyfeillgarwch na rhwng y chwaraewyr yn dod nôl atgofion i ti o dy brofiad di fel chwaraewr?
Ie, na, mae'n braf i weld chwaraewyr sydd wedi bod ma o blaen yn ail gynnar yr berthynas rhwng ei gilydd. Y diwrnod cyntaf gafon ni efo'n gilydd yn Llundain, lle pob yn dod at ei gilydd a cael y cet am y tro cyntaf, a y garfan yn cael ei gyhoeddi ag yn y blaen. Oedd o'n peth naturiol i weld pob yn dod nôl at ei gilydd yn croesawu aelodau newydd yn amlwg, ond oedden nhw jyst ail afael yn y berthynas na fi'n sgei gilydd, a oedd hwnna beth braf i weld a clywed sylwadau ambell i chwaraewyr eraill yn dweud bod nhw'n edrych ymlaen a dod nôl at ei gilydd a dysgu gan gwahanol chwaraewyr gymaint a gwynebu'r De Affrica, dweud y gwir, dod nôl a gael y profiad na o gofod sefydlu perthynas, dod i nabod aelodau newydd am y tro cyntaf. Oedd hynna'n atyniad yn gymaint a ddim byd arall. Felly, ar un o bryd, mae pob yn dod ymlaen efo'i gilydd yn dda iawn.
Jyst edrych mlaen at y daith, sa'n siŵr faint o gyfle gen i siarad ti yn y Gymraeg. O ran beth, nes ti sôn yn Saesneg, beth i ti a Warren wedi dysgu o rownd gyn-derfynol na yn gwpan byd, y tro diwetha welson ni De Affrica yn chwarae rygbi ryngwladol?
Ie, natur De Affrica, wch chi, maen nhw'n gorfforol iawn, a maen nhw'n lot o bwyslais ar y man gosod. Wch chi, welson ni pa mor gryf nhw'n sgrym yn y ffeinal yn erbyn Lloegr, a chwarae rhan fawr yn canlyniad y gêm. Yn erbyn ni, enillon nhw'r kick-off ar y diwedd o'r sgarmes symudol. Ond maen nhw'n cario'r 6 eilydd o flaenwyr na ar y fainc. A maen nhw'n dod ymlaen a maen nhw'n menteisio'r y dyfnder, y cryfder na'r i dyfnder nhw. Dyn nhw'n colli dim bron a bod o safbwynt safon, felly fydd hynna ddim yn rheswm wrth edrych ar y garfan sgen ni yma fel llewod. Mae yna ddyfnder, mae yna gryfder ymysg o'r blaenwyr, a mae jyst rhywbeth sydd yn wneud unrhyw un teimlo bod ni ddigon da, a dim ond bod ni'n cael pob ar y dudalen iawn, yr un dudalen, a'n tynnu efo'i gilydd. Dwi'n siŵr fydd hi'n hynod o gystyliol unwaith fydd ni'n camu allan ar y cae yn De Affrica.
bod chi yn ei chanol hi, ydy'r fraint y profiad o fod yn y ffordd ar y daith yma di synco mewn?
Na, ddim eto, ddim yn gyflawn, dwi'n meddwl. Nes bod ni'n chwarae gêm a cyrraedd De Affrica wedyn, a mynd o gêm i gêm i gêm, a wedyn, mae'r profion am fod yn enfawr. Felly, dwi'n dysgu gymaint gen y chwaraewyr a maen nhw'n dysgu gen i. Dwi'n neud fy ngorau i cadw allan o'r ffordd, dweud y gwir. Dwi eisiau nhw fedru dangos i donia ar y cae rygbi. Na gyd na i wneud ydy just neud fy ngorau i wneud i siŵr bod hynna yn digwydd. Bod y chwaraewyr i gyd yn dod â gorau allan ohonyn nhw yn y gema.
Just yn ola, be mae llewod yn meddwl i ti? Be falle ydy'r gofion di o chwarae o gwylio dros blynyddoedd?
Ie, na hwn ydy pinnacle ydy gwir yn dweud rhyw fforddwr o Brydain i fyddu hyfforddi tîm y llewod. Felly, mae o'n safle freintiedig iawn a un, dwi'n edrych ymlaen i gyflawni gorau gallai a gobeithio fod yn llwyddiannus.
Diolch yn fawr.
Diolch yn fawr.